It's finally here, the 2025 Ram RHO. I'm Brian with IGM Auto, and you're not gonna wanna miss what we have to say about this. So ever since the RHO was introduced, so many people asked, what's the RHO? Is this replacing the Ram TRX? Is this kind of like the Ford Raptor? Well, yes to all that, and no to all that as well. So the RHO stands for Rhino or Ram High Output. Some of the jokers say remove Hellcat option, because the Hellcat engine has been removed, and now we have a 3.0 twin-turbo inline-six with 540 horsepower, mated to the same transmission as the T-Rex, the notorious ZF 8-speed. 540 horsepower, over 500 foot-pounds of torque. This thing's an absolute monster. It actually does the quarter mile in 13.1 seconds. That's just 1/10 of a second slower than the Hellcat. The RHO really has so much to offer. It's not just about the engine, right? The powertrain is very important. And I love how smooth and seamless this truck is. I've been driving it all day. I'm absolutely in love. No, it does not have the Hellcat supercharger whine and the roar. What it does have is a very, very smooth powertrain. It gets about 14 miles per gallon in the city, about 16 on the highway. And guys, it's just smooth as butter. I think it's a better daily driver than the T-Rex. I own the brand new T-Rex. I modded it well beyond what I should have, drove it every day and got about 7 to 8 miles per gallon. So while it's a great truck, the RHO is by far a better daily driver. And where does this slot in? Well, it's kind of replacing the T-Rex for now. The T-Rex may or may not come back, but it slots in right between the Raptor and the Raptor R. Now stock, the Ford Raptor comes with 450 horsepower, and that's from a 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost, which has been around for quite a long time. It's a great engine. And then you've got the Raptor R, that has the supercharged V8 with 700 plus horsepower. That's more in line with the old T-Rex. But what's great is this thing will do the quarter mile in about 13 seconds, and that's without a tune or aftermarket exhaust or any mods. So by the time you tune this, I think we're looking at a T-Rex killer. So yeah, the RHO is a total powerhouse. But what's really great is the suspension. I mean, that's what these trucks are ultimately known for, right? The T-Rex, the Raptor, and now the RHO. The RHO has the same suspension as the Ram TRX, but this has been dialed perfectly for the RHO. I had a T-Rex for years, and I used to notice they were a little lofty in the front. Still a great ride, but the RHO does ride better. I can confirm that. It's a little smoother, a little more compliant, a little quicker steering due to less weight in the front. About 150 pounds less weight up front, so that's pretty cool. But this is super crucial for us because not only is this my personal daily driver, this is going to be IGM Auto's and In-Gear Media's professional camera truck. So this thing is gonna have a huge crane hanging out of the bed, and we're gonna be filming exotic cars weekly with it. So it's important to not only have power, agility, great brakes, but compliant suspension to smooth out that ride for the camera. That is huge. So this is gonna be one of the best platforms we've ever had to film other vehicles. So just like the TRX, the RHO is 8 inches wider than your factory Ram. So how does Ram increase the width by 8 inches? Well, it's an 8-inch wider track width, but to accommodate the suspension travel, the fenders have been increased 4 inches on each side of the truck. So as you can see, there's ventilation here. This is a brand new fender. This is all new for the RHO, just like it was for the TRX. So what's awesome about the RHO, it has the same hood as the T-Rex, right? Where the T-Rex would feed the supercharger a ton of air. Now check this out. Pop the hood, here's the Ram air system, feeds air through the scoop and directly into the cold air intake system. Now this is sealed when the hood is shut. You're not gonna get water or sand or anything in there. But what's great is throughout the sand dunes, like we did with our T-Rex, You just pop the filter off, blow it, blow it off out in the field, reinstall, good to go. Woo! Now this is what's up. I mean, this truck is powerful and cushy, but this interior is untouchable. I mean, just look at this, all the beautiful leather. This truck's fully optioned basically inside, minus the sunroof. I don't want to roll with a sunroof off-road, so I opt to not go for that, but everything else, it's all here. Guys, this interior is just, I don't even know how to describe it other than luxurious, tech heavy, all the safety features, really anything you'd want. One thing I'm super excited about this year though, for the RHO, is these massaging seats. Here it is, you hit on, and of course, we've got the top of your back and the amazing glutes and legs. That's so cool. I like rock climb, waterfall is cool as well, but that's a must. It comes standard with a 12.5-inch infotainment screen. This has a 14.5-inch, that's an option with the level 1 package. And we've got the Harman Kardon 19 speaker sound system. You got speakers over your head, subwoofer, center channel, surround sound. It's just unreal. We've got a leather covered dash with red stitching, carbon fiber on the steering wheel and carbon fiber trim. Guys, the detail work on this, I mean, you'd think it was a Mercedes. It's hard to believe that this is the interior of a truck. And I've owned a Raptor, I've owned a T-Rex. This is the best interior I've ever seen. So I'm absolutely in love with it. We've got a 12.5-inch instrument panel screen. We've got a 10.5-inch passenger screen. So that's pretty darn cool. And then of course the huge infotainment screen. Lots of bells and whistles, beautiful headliner, incredible console. We've got the RHO, basically the plaque right here on the center console. Tons of room in here, dual wireless chargers for your cell phones, all the USB and USB-C chargers, HDMI, I mean, just literally everything. One thing I really love about what they did with RHO 2 is the drive modes. So we've got tow, haul, snow, everything like that, but we also have sport and Baja mode. And this is a new valved exhaust system. It stays relatively quiet until you get on it, which is great for daily driving. T-Rex definitely would be pretty loud no matter what. But this is pretty chill around town, and when you get in it, those valves open and it sounds incredible. Especially in sport mode and Baja mode, it's quite noticeable. So we have a very cool function that's included with the infotainment system called performance pages, and there's race options as well. But this is very cool. So there's timers here where you can set up to time your 60-foot time or 1/8 mile, 1/4 mile, 1,000-foot, like so many options. You can actually check your braking as well, because that's equally important. We also have gauges that can show up for coolant, oil temp, trans, battery, intake, air temperature, very cool stuff. And a G-force meter, I mean, who doesn't love that? It can show us the pitch and the roll, which is important when we're off-roading, especially rock crawling or something like that. And then we've got propulsion, so that seat of the pants feel is now translated to the screen, and we can see how much power the truck is putting down, horsepower and torque, as well as RPM. And then we've got driving dynamics. So as I turn the wheel to the right, it's gonna show me my steering angle. So I turn it to the left, same thing obviously, but it also shows me if I'm in 4 high or 4 low, if I've got the axle locked or unlocked. And then of course I've got a launch control feature right here where we can press and hold the brake, bring the revs up, and then launch off the line as fast as possible. Now while you can completely customize the RHO to drive how you want it to, you can also get it to drive for you with the new cruise control that's hands-free. So it does have level 2 cruise control, which allows you to take your hands off the wheel completely, and there's a little camera system on the steering column that is watching you watch the road. And if you take your eyes off the road or turn to the side, it's going to prompt you to put your hands back on the wheel or look ahead. So while we went over this truck in stock form, we got a little secret for you. This truck's not staying stock. It's going to the SEMA show next year, 2025 in Las Vegas. So to be able to do that, This truck can't stay anywhere near stock. There's so much we're gonna do, guys. Bumpers, lights, bed rack, bed cover, a huge camera system, full sound system. You name it, we're probably gonna do it. We're probably gonna mess with it, improve it, and make it look incredible. So guys, stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, let us know. What do you wanna see us do with the RHO? Do you wanna see it tuned? Do you wanna hear a new exhaust system, new intake system, new downpipes, new sound system? What do you wanna see? What do you want it to sound like? Comment, let us know what you think.